On that play, the screen was set up in exactly the right spot.
And the finish wasn't too bad either.
Perfectly designed and perfectly executed.
1 second left. And so, both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. It's Chicago leading by 3. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And the Gasol brothers, both starters in the All-Star game last season. It's the first time that's happened in NBA history. Pau talked about the joy of sharing the NBA stage with it.
It's like a dream come true. It's hard to really picture it. I'm just proud to be Mark's brother, and I'm proud of what he's become as a basketball player and as a man.
Well, their story is a bit like a fairy tale, the way two of them, sons of medical professionals in Spain, have become two of the... best centers in the NBA if it's it.
Yeah, and especially, Kevin, when you remember what a raw talent and how big and bulky Marc Gasol was when he was drafted by the Lakers, who traded him to Memphis for his brother.
Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Bulls?
You know, they're not going to sit back and just take jump shots. It's all about attacking the paint and getting to the rim.
That's who they are. They've been the aggressor early, attacking the hoop and getting into that paint.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Bulls. Draymond Green is out there with Maurice Spates. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Russell. And it's Allen in at the shooting guard. Back to Leonard. Green dishes to Spates. Lopez with the steal. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. And again, Manu Ginobili. Ginobili's got 5 now. And an important part of every team's game. A look at the hustle stats for the Nets.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
And the basket by Kidd.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Here's Green. No luck. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. Well, guys, no secret that Al Jefferson has never been known for his defense. Clark, mostly viewed as an offensive player.
Yeah, he really is strong down in the low post, but last season, no defense perception of it. It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum. And you know, it's what spurred Jefferson to kind of rededicate to defense when he realized teams would pick on him and make him the focal point of their attack.
The Nets shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And for Jefferson and his defense, players know when they are being targeted. So good for Big Al to do something about it.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Wilkins is checked in for Johnson. And Beal subbed in for Manu Ginobili. Zach LaVine's checked in for Chicago. And Beal kicks to Kidd. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Lopez, no luck.
And, you know, coaches just love players who they can count on to give that effort defensively.
And he clearly is one of those guys, Greg. We saw it right there. Nice work forcing that miss.
Kidd with it. He has 7. Lopez a screen. Kidd kicks to Lopez. And it's sent back by Spates. Leonard on the wing. Excellent D there from Wilkins. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Beal's shot is good.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
For a franchise that had so much success under his tenure, there was sure a lot of friction with Tom Thibodeau, and the Bulls front office surprised a lot of people, I know, including yourself.
Yeah, you know, it's not something that you see often, a winning coach at odds with his GM and president. With how often their differences came up, though, you knew something was afoot.
No good from Spates. And here are the Nets. This run now up to 13-2. There's the pass to Jefferson. Wilkins dishes to Jefferson. Here's Lopez. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good.
And he just hasn't been able to make anything this quarter.
Got a piece of it. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. And Kidd with the stuff.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. Lack of concentration and alertness, a turnover, and an easy bucket the other way in transition.
And really a few more of those, and this game could be over.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
And Draymond Green, guys, has won at every level. I mean, led Saginaw High School to 2 consecutive state championships at Michigan State, 2 trips to the Final Four, and now making noise with the Warriors. It's clear this guy's a winner.
Some changes for Brooklyn. Saul comes in for Jefferson, and Jefferson subbed in for the Kid. Chicago also making some changes. Porzingis, he's jacked in for Spates. Kaminsky comes in for Draymond Green, and Smith subbed in for Leonard. Beal against Allen. The baseline J. Up again, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And now a 12-point Nets lead.
With the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in control of this game.
And no doubt about it, rebounding is an effort stat, folks. They've been more determined than their opponent thus far.
Shot clock at 6. Kaminsky the pass to Porzingis. And he dunks it down.
And really nothing like a good old-fashioned throwdown to get a team going.
And Greg, they do need to get going. They wouldn't mind, shaving a couple more points off that lead right away.
Well, if the defense keeps giving up easy baskets like that, it won't be a lead for long.
Oh, wide open look for Gasol. Another one falls for Brooklyn. 41 seconds left now here in the second. The shot by Kaminsky. Nobody around. That one's good from the corner. Kaminsky's got his first points of the night. Brooklyn with the ball. They're on a 19-6 run. And Beal kicks to Wilkins. To the inside. Lopez. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Lopez has got 4 points this quarter.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
And that's some inspiration. Steals, blocks, and a big dunk. Those are ways that you can really change the momentum in a game.
Well, they got to chip away, Clark, at that deficit, and no doubt that'll help.
And that's what he's out there for, guys. I mean, he is an electrifying player, no doubt.
Oh, and the buzzer beater's good. That'll do it for the first half.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And hello again. We have amped up home crowd joining us for our Brooklyn, a close game in the first. They kept at it on both ends of the floor, and at the end of the period, and that'll wrap up our halftime show, the third.
And we welcome you back to the NBA here on 2K Sports. And we're ready to get going once more. And the players having a chance to have a short break and get some rest themselves and get refueled and hydrated with some Gatorade. More terrific basketball in store for us tonight. A fantastic game from the kid in this one.
I know we've said this many times before, but what a great first half. Just an offensive juggernaut.
And, you know, in the end, I wouldn't be surprised if we're talking about what a great second half he had, guys. I mean, he can usually keep it going for all 4 quarters.
Jefferson is out there with Pau Gasol. Then there's Bradley Beal. Then it's Wilkins. And it's Kidd in at the point. So that's the Nets 5. And that's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession.
Well, close to picking that one off.
Still a nice play to make sure that pass didn't reach its target.
Now here's Beal. Passes it to Jefferson. Inside, Leonard with the steal. About 1 minute played here in the second half. No good.
You know, they're not totally dominating the glass, but they're definitely doing enough to keep this lead right where it is.
Yeah, but they've separated themselves, Clark, in a number of categories, rebounds just being one of them.
Bulls always seem to be tough on the road, and last season no different. They would end with 23 road wins on the year.
And that number was good enough for the second most in the East. Unlike shooting, it's very hard for defenses to go cold, and that's why the Bulls have been so good on the road.
And guys, touching back on the Bulls on the road, to illustrate how good they are on the road, last season marked the 5th straight year of a road record above 500. Incredible consistency as a franchise.
Levine kicks to Leonard, and Jefferson sends it back. And they get it back. The Bulls have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today. First one falls for him.
Yeah, you know, here's another stat for the Bulls on the road. Since 2010, when Tom Thibodeau took over, the Bulls have won almost 60% of their road games. That's impressive.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Johnson comes in for Dominique Wilkins. And it's Ginobili in for Beal. Then for the Bulls, Harris is checked. Oh! Boom! And nobody getting in the way.
Not at all. Major throwdown there.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case. It looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant. And this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam. Kidd with the steal.